What's up, YouTube? Back with another one, man. Hey, man. Back with another video. Reaction at that. I know y'all been seeing your boy cracking them boys out, man. Hey, I don't know what it is, man, but I don't know. I just got, I don't know. I don't want to call it the wrong thing, but I guess you can say like a calling. Yeah, I got a calling to, not miss no days. I'm trying not to anyway, but you know, I ain't gonna I ain't gonna do too much. I ain't gonna get to talking about it either, because the minute I get to talking, that's when something happen or whatever. But as y'all can see by the title, we got a former mob boss reviews the Penguin. If you don't know what the Penguin is, you definitely need to click off this video and then go do your research with the Penguin. It's a great show. Came out this year, or last year I should say. um, it's just a great show. Gangster, gangster little show. It's a lot happening. It's a build up. It's a lot to it. You just have to go see it to really see what I'm talking about. But and then how I begin my videos, like I just be scrolling down my feed and like be showing me something. Like I try to look at the trending videos and they don't really show me. So I try to like just go off what I know or what I think like I had interest in, because it'd be hard to do reaction videos. Just like, I don't know. I feel like you gotta do what you like, so it won't be like no boring video. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping out here. I'm gonna get straight to it.
He is the most disloyal guy I ever met in my life. You don't want anybody like this around you. He betrays everybody. That's why I'm saying the only one that he shows any loyalty to is
Michael Franzese.
Hey everyone, welcome to another sit down with Michael Franzese. Hope everybody is doing well. All is very good. Very, very blessed on this end. As always, we give all the praise, honor, glory, and thanksgiving to our God for that. Well, we're embarking on a new year, exciting times, and one of the things that you've really enjoyed throughout the past, I think 4 years now that I've been actively on YouTube, is my Mob Movie Mondays. It was a fan favorite, a follower favorite, I should say. Everybody loved it, and everybody's been asking me to bring it back. The problem is there aren't many mob movies left for me to review, so I don't want to just make things up or get into another area, but I do have something special today, and a lot of people have been asking for it, so I'm going to review it today, and that is the series The Penguin. Remarkable series.
Yes, like just very outstanding, outshining all the competitors. It's just like, man, very, very much needed. At the end of this year, it's a good recap. It's just really needed. And yeah, fuck you if you say something about me pausing. It's my video, motherfucker. Yeah, click off, dude. You click off, motherfucker. You motherfucker, you.
Different than anything that I've seen before. Very unique, but extremely well done. We're going to get into that. What a series.
I'm just playing. Come back.
It's so unique. I've never seen anything like it before. A lot of people are comparing it to The Sopranos in some way. Some slight similarities. I don't really get it. It's a totally different series. And I'm going to review it today. They did 8 episodes so far in season 1. They are doing a season 2. They have to. It was that good, that successful. People loved it. It's very dark. I can tell you right now. It's a very dark series. And normally I don't like things that are dark. But I got into this because it's so unique. Colin Farrell, I have to tell you this before I go any further. The character that Colin Farrell plays, he plays Oswald Cobb, who is the Penguin. But he is just brilliant. I mean, absolutely brilliant. And the makeup. If you didn't know that it was Colin Farrell by name, you wouldn't know it was him. Whoever is doing the makeup on that is
definitely. I ain't gonna lie. They did that thing on like disguising him. I ain't gonna lie. He did not look nothing like how he do in real life, bro. I don't know how they did that, bro. Like, bro, that's gotta be like $1 million effort in putting that much makeup and all the takes. Man, it take a lot, bro.
He spends 3 hours every episode in makeup. And
Yeah,
it tells.
I
The
couldn't do
walk, the
that,
way
man.
we
Three
see his
hours.
foot, why he's the penguin, but it's just
You got to walk down,
unbelievable. And
like
he
just
has
everything.
killed the role, and I mean that in a good sense. He's been unbelievably great in it, and that's what keeps my attention. Now, as a character, I don't know if he's got any redeeming qualities at all. And please, if you think he does, let me know. Maybe one. He loves his mother, and takes care of his mother throughout the series. She's had a tremendous influence on him, an impact on him. And, you know, it brings me back to, you know, my interview recently, my sit-down, I like to call them sit-downs, with Gene Simmons, and how his mom, in reality, had such an impact on him. And I think many of us watching this can say that now. Whether it be good or bad, and hopefully good, our moms really have an impact on us. Tony Soprano, his mom had a major impact on him in that television series. And that's one similarity I think we can point out between the Penguin, and Sopranos. Their moms on the main character had a tremendous impact. And they were, you know, bigger than life characters. I have to say that.
I never watched Sopranos,
but for those of you who haven't seen it, I advise you
I
to
heard
watch
about it.
You know, it's an HBO production. They do everything brilliantly. You know, I don't know if any of you are watching, but during the holiday season, there was a whole recap of Game of Thrones. What a brilliant series. Sopranos, Game of Thrones, The Penguin.
I never seen
so many.
Sopranos.
HBO just nails it. When they do it, they do quality stuff.
I might have to check that out.
The way The Penguin came about, if you saw the Batman in the last Batman, 2022, I think Robert Pattinson played the Batman.
Yep.
At the end of that series, the Riddler breaks the seawall in Gotham City, which is the main town that this is, you know, geographically about. Breaks the seawall, and the whole city of Gotham is flooded. Mass destruction.
See, they been hard. Like, if you don't, and by the way, if you don't understand like the superhero universe, just listen to him, cause he probably can do a better like background on it. Like, I need to work on my speech, like how I explain things. So that's how it is. But yeah, I definitely agree. Like I rock with how they just started Penguin, like straight after like the straight after effect, aftermath, cool bang bang. You know, it was just cool because like it had been so long since Batman dropped. The one that he talking about, the one that just came out. It was like, I don't know, bro. It was great.
Crime on the streets, all the power goes out in certain neighborhoods. It's a mess, right? The Riddler does that. Well, the Penguin series starts where that left off. And the writers are brilliant. Of course, I mean, there's so many brilliant writers in these television series, really. But just brilliant to think of this whole thing. And I want to tell you people that don't like comic book things and superheroes, this is not at all a superhero thing.
Yeah.
This is a crime dramatic.
This is a crime. Like, I'm talking about, bro, is a straight menace, bro. Like, menace, dude. Like, y'all need to tap in, bro.
Series, for sure. And at least in the first episode, I don't know if Batman
No
is ever
ads, no
gonna
nothing,
again.
bro. It's just
I think there's a little
no
hint
BS.
at the end of the series that Catwoman might be showing up in season 2. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But no other superheroes have come about. This is a crime drama.
Oh yeah. Cause she sent, she had sent. Dang, who is? Oh yeah, she sent her sister. You know she's supposed to be sisters with the daughter. She sent her a letter in prison. So if y'all watching, no spoilers. But, yeah, she sent her a letter in prison. Dang. I don't know, bro. It's just a lot. It's like, yeah, like you say, that gotta make sense.
You know, after the destruction, there's a real vacuum in the organized crime in the city. And there's two major, of course, they got to bring the mafia in, or some semblance of the mafia. There's two families that basically control the city, the Falcones and the Maronis. Not original Italian names, but I get it. They're kind of at warring with one another. The major form of business there, or their business, is drugs. Now, let me tell you this right now. I know I'm going to get disagreement, but I'm going to say it. We, Cosa Nostra, were not major drug dealers. And I'll say it again, and people point out Vito Genovese. Yes, there were people doing drugs. We were not major drug dealers. The Sicilian Mafia, they put us to shame. They were drug dealers. Maybe still are. Don't know. Major drug dealers. The Mexican cartels, major drug dealers. We don't even do 1% of what they did in drugs.
So he just telling it all. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all boys, hey, a lot of folks be talking about, the YNs stuff. They be talking about what they done did and they didn't shoot them up, bang bang. But he telling how it is. He telling how it used to be. Like I'm talking about like OG. Like man, get back on. That boy telling it. Talking about the cartel. God dang.
But in this series, their major source of income or their major product was
damn,
so
dude.
It's built around that. And it seems that in the Falcones, one of them really stands out. Another one. Her name is Christine Milioti, and she plays Sofia Falcone. She's the daughter of the former boss of the Falcone family, which is another crazy story. Like I say, this is very dark. Everything is dark. It's unbelievable. Anyway, she was in a mental institution. Why was she there? Her father was a serial killer, the head of the family. He caused a number of deaths, strangulation, everything, and he actually killed his wife, her mother. She didn't know this. But when she finally finds out about it, he puts her in a mental institution. Bad guy, obviously. He puts her in a mental institution for 10 years. And during the
how despicable, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. Like 10 years, bro. That's your daughter? Your daughter? Like that's just overly like crazy, bro. That's just never will I ever learn. Like you should be ashamed to even write some stuff like that. I know it's a movie, folks writing it. Like that's just shame. That's just
that time she undergoes all sorts of, crazy stuff that they
do. Man, they do it all bad, man. Look at her, man. Look at it. Look at her. This what your daughter gotta look like, man. That's crazy, man.
Right? She gets out after 10 years, but she figures something out. Mushrooms were a source of a new drug that's going to be put out on the street that she knows about. And she tells her brother, she has a brother, she tells her brother about it. And our main character, the Penguin, Oswald Cobb, he's with the Falcones at one point. He's not a made guy, but he's one of their associates. And he happens to be talking to the boss's son, and the boss's son tells him about this mushroom, this new thing that's going to revolutionize the drug industry for them on the streets. And during that conversation, the boss's son threatens the Penguin. The Penguin kills him. That's it.
Just like that.
Right then and there.
Just like that. No
Long,
bullshit.
crazy story. He figures out, he betrays everybody. He is the most disloyal guy I ever met in my life. You don't want anybody like this around you. He betrays everybody. That's why I'm saying the only one that he shows any loyalty to is his mother. She's got this thing over him.
There's nobody you want to hang around,
kid. He killed
kid.
his two younger brothers. We find that out as the series goes on. He was
Then, like, to be honest, bro, like, watching this show, bro, it can teach you a lot of life lessons, bro. Like, not only about, like, the comic books and stuff, what it's about, like, it'll teach you, like, a lot of personal life lessons, bro. Like, that shit crazy, bro. Vic, long live Vic, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. Long live Vic.
For some reason, when the city was drowning, because
don't trust everybody, bro. You can literally do everything for a person, bro. They still gonna slime you, bro.
About it, I don't know why. Maybe she wants to keep the relationship with her son. All this bears out over the eight episodes, right? Anyway, Sophia takes control of the family. How does she do that? At some point, she kills every other member of her family. She gasses them in the house at a dinner that they have.
Yeah, that was crazy.
She takes over. She's ruthless. She's psychotic. She kills people at the drop of a hat. Crazy. She finds out that the Penguin actually killed her brother, and she loved her brother, and now it's revenge time.
Yeah,
and they go back and forth. They're friends. They're not friends. It's a whole thing that happens here. And the Penguin, who realizes that his life was in danger when Sophia finds out that he killed her brother, he goes over to the Maronis. And the boss of the Maronis, another crazy guy. These families are both, forget about it. They don't resemble the real mob families in any which way, shape, or form. But anyway, he goes over, tries to make a deal with them. They don't really like him. The boss of the Maronis doesn't really like him, but he goes along because he hears about this new drug, and on and on and on. And throughout this series, the Penguin is betraying everybody. The guy is masterful. He gets himself almost killed, I don't know how many times, and somehow wiggles his way out of it. Every bad situation he gets in, he's able to wiggle his way out of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And, you know, he's betraying both families always. He's making deals and then breaking deals, making deals and then breaking deals. The one relationship that's really unique, after he kills the brother of the boss, the brother of Sophia, the boss's son, he goes out, he's taking the body away and he's going to dump it. And when he's bringing the body down to his car, he sees these kids that were trying to take the wheels off his car, some little gangsters in the neighborhood, right? So he chases them all away and he grabs a hold of one of them and he's going to kill this kid, but then he decides not to. There's something in him that
he just left him. Like, just to add on to what he's saying, he did, like, they was going in this man's car, right? It's like 4, 5 on him, right? How about all his other friends that they was doing it with, they just left him, bro? Like, that's another life lesson, man. Like, you can't trust everybody, man. Like, bro, you might as well just go do that. Go do that yourself, bro. Cause it's based like you did yourself. Everybody left. Everybody ran and dipped on your ass. Man, look at him. Look how he looking crazy, stupid.
And this kid, his name is Victor, brilliant actor also, does a great job, becomes the driver for the Penguin as the series goes on. He becomes very loyal. He becomes a killer.
Yeah.
He'll do anything for the Penguin. He wants to please him. He wants to be part of the gang. So the Penguin now gets himself in trouble with both the Falcones and the Maronis, who happen to get themselves together. Sophia goes to the boss of the Maronis, and they now come together to go after the Penguin because they know the Penguin has this new drug also, or is going to get this new drug. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on. I'm really breezing through it, because it's 8 episodes, and you should watch them all before season 2 comes about, so you're fully...
Man, y'all need to go watch it, bro. Like, real talk, bro. Like, it's all coming back to me now. Like, it's starting to really annoy me, bro. Like, real talk. That's why I ain't trying to say nothing for real, because the folks who ain't watching it, y'all need to watch it, bro. Like, real talk, bro. I ain't gonna spoil y'all. I know a lot of motherfuckers on YouTube, they the type they'll spoil your ass. But me, I'm a real nigga, so I ain't gonna spoil you. You feel me? I'm just gonna bore you. And I ain't gonna lie, if you say something about me or pause me, you was a bitch, and I hope you motherfucking never switch. You fucking
what's going on in the series.
Taco Man.
But it gets very interesting in the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8, because a lot of stuff happens there. Basically, at the end of episode 8, as close as he was to Victor, he ends up killing Victor because he thinks Victor knows too much. What he's doing during this time, he's putting his own gang together.
Killing fucking Victor,
and
bro.
since the Maronis and the Falcones have come together, he gets all the smaller gangs in the neighborhood, and he brings them all together. And he says, listen, the Falcone, and it's a brilliant scene. The way he orated this scene was brilliant. He says, look, the Falcones and the Maronis are getting together. Why should we let them take over the city? I got this brand new drug that's going to revolutionize the drug business. We're going to keep it all for ourselves. But we got to band together. So he gets all of these smaller gangs to band together with him. Very smart and cunning the way he does it. And he says, we're now going to go against the Maronis and the Falcones. And then he actually betrays them again.
That's crazy. Still betrayed them after all.
And I'm not going to give you the whole storyline.
So you telling me he done did all this trying to gain their trust, and he still that is crazy. Still got the double cross, man. Hey, y'all. Watch out for that double cross, man. Watch out for that double cross.
He gets some of them killed with the Falcones.
This is beyond me.
But then what happens, he happens to capture Sophia in the end. He gets a hold of her, and he's going to have her killed. He doesn't have her killed. He ends up putting her back in a mental institution towards the end. So she doesn't win out. Sophia loses. The Maroni guy, the head of the Maroni family, Penguin was going to get killed. He reverses it. He kills the boss of the Maroni family. So at the end of this, his mom now goes crazy. She's in a mental institution. He gets her out of that mental institution. He is now taking over the city with his drug and these smaller gangs. He ends up winning. He beats the Falcones. He beats the Maronis. And now what he does, he takes this penthouse suite on top of one of the clubs that the Falcones used to own. And he brings his mother up there because she always wanted to live in a penthouse suite. And she brings her up there. She's out of her mind. She's got dementia or whatever. She can't even function. And we see at the very end, he's dressed in a tuxedo. He's got his mom looking out the penthouse window. And that's it. So this character ends up, beating everybody. Betrays everybody. Kills the kid closest to him. That was disgusting. This kid would have died for him. As a matter of fact, he killed for him. He did everything. He ends up killing him in the end because he knew too much. He's a very dark character. He doesn't have loyalty to anybody but his mother.
Nobody.
He betrays everybody throughout the whole
It was
series.
it was a very dark take on the Penguin. The last Penguin we got was back in the OG days. Back in the former mob boss days, or whatever, like the old days. So it really ain't nothing. This is gonna be remembered for a long time. This Penguin.
Really,
I have a feeling. I have a minute
There's
feeling,
nobody
y'all.
other than his kid Victor, who really had a sense of love and loyalty for the Penguin. For some reason, he got it with him. There's really no redeeming characters in this entire series. Not one. Not one. The mother, you can't like her because she's nuts. She's crazy. Sophia, crazy, psychotic killer. The boss of the Maronis, don't like him at all. He doesn't even look good. He's not in any way resemblance of a mob boss, I can tell you that. So the two mafia families that they portray here, ridiculous. First of all, Sophia taking over the family, never going to happen. She kills everybody that's close to her. She kills her whole family. She's psychotic. She's a nut. But very interesting. She keeps you riveted. You got to watch her. You want to see what is this crazy woman going to do next. The same thing with the Penguin. What is he going to do next? Who is he going to betray? How's he going to get out of this mess he's got himself into? Victor.
He ain't lying though. That's the build up I was talking about. Like the Penguin build up is crazy. Like from 1, 2, 3, like I said, 8 episodes. Like it's crazy. And it's like, man, you would just get lost. Like you'd be like, dang, I ain't even know I was watching. For real, man. Like that's the beauty in watching TV. Well, especially comic book. I say that's why I love comic book movies or TV shows. For real. Because, like, I can just watch them and just be entertained or whatever. But, yeah. That's the one, though, for real.
People for Penguin. He was a kid on the streets. What? And then he gets killed. I mean, so dark. Really so dark. And the little comparison to The Sopranos, again, I compare the mother thing, the mother-son thing, the impact the moms had on them, unbelievable. And the other thing I have to say, with Victor and the Penguin, you can kind of look at Tony and Christopher. Tony, really took care of Christopher, really tried. Christopher was a nut job, he was a drug addict, he did what he did. But Tony always protected him, really did. And they had kind of the same, kind of feeling towards, those two characters. Penguin towards Victor and Tony towards Christopher. But that's where the resemblance stops. I mean, and look, in The Sopranos, there wasn't constant betrayal. I think we had one guy that became a snitch, the gay guy, I believe. And of course, Pussy, I should say, he became a snitch also, kind of reluctant, but that's reality in that life. And of course, Drea, who I interviewed, who you loved, she was a terrific interview, terrific sit down, I have to say. She was a very reluctant informant, and what happened to her? She ended up getting killed. But The Sopranos, that's where it ends. I mean, there's no real resemblance to this crime drama series, The Penguin, but a lot of people, for some reason, are seeing similarities. I don't really see it other than what I mentioned. But do I recommend the series? Absolutely. If you're into some dark stuff and you just want to see something totally unique, and you don't have to focus on marble characters because they're not, it's a crime series, I would say watch it. Okay, there's 8 episodes. Figure it out, HBO or HBO Plus, wherever you can see it. I would definitely watch it and get prepared for season 2. Who knows what's going to happen there? Like I said, I think Catwoman might be coming into play. Will Batman ever return? Who knows? Gotham City, all of a sudden, Batman is gone, you know? Will he return? Will he ultimately defeat the Penguin? Is the Penguin ever going to be defeated? Who knows? The Maronis and the Falcones, they seem to be gone. All these street gangs, in my view, he's probably going to betray them too. If the series stays consistent, he's betrayed everybody. But at some point in time, this guy has got to meet with his demise. I believe that. They just can't let this character live and go on. And
that Batman
comes, and some other superhero comes at some point. Who knows? But brilliant series. I do recommend it for those of you that are into crime. I definitely recommend it. It's brilliant, and I'm anxious to see season 2.
Unc must well watching the whole thing. At the end of the show, they showed the Batman lights at the end, so we know he's gonna. Penguin gonna get his, bro. Like we definitely gonna get Victor get back for sure, but it's just only a matter of time. I mean, the damn shit that got delayed. I mean, it's on like 2-3 years, so.
You got a little bit of Mob Monday. This is kind of a mob thing. We're going to probably show this on a Tuesday or a Thursday. I don't know. But I am going to try to get back to the Mob Monday series or the Mob series or the reviews of movies. Let me ask you this, and please tell me in the comment section, what if I just reviewed great movies? If you go on Netflix,
Is
that it? And we'll let everybody know. Movie The Bronx Tale, which I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Hey, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man, for investing this power into me. I want to thank God too, man. Like he really instilling me like my greater self, you know, and my calling, you know. I'm just gonna keep on pushing our videos, man. Yeah, man. What's next?